What would you say, Sarah? What's the biggest lesson that you've learned throughout your career so far in business?
Oh, gosh. So many. I think the biggest one that's probably been the most helpful over the past 18 months is embracing uncertainty as an opportunity rather than as some big unknown that you need to suddenly fix and have an answer for. My legal brain would want to know, how can I word this uncertainty into a certainty somehow so that I've accounted for it? I know what all the possible scenarios are. Like literally my training for 7 years of uni and then 3 years in the firm was uncertainty exists, but like, let's plan around it and let's plan out the 50 other ways that this could go. And then, everything was accounted for. But what has helped me shift, not just in business and career, but in my life generally, has been like, the more you plan things out, the more you block out any better plans that could be possible for you. You don't have any room to consider them. So you've already kind of eliminated any other option other than the things that you've planned. So just like not having such a tight grip on how I want things to go. You need to have a vague idea of what you want your life to look like. Some planning is kind of necessary.
Yes.
But uncertainty used to almost cripple me. Like I couldn't make decisions in that context. I didn't feel like I could thrive or look for opportunity. Whereas now I'm like, when nothing is certain, anything is possible. This is the best opportunity to put back all the pieces the way that you want them to be. And I think that had started to sort of settle, like plant itself in my mind, which meant that then when we've been thrown into the greatest period of uncertainty that we've had in decades, I was probably better equipped than some of my peers to see it as an opportunity rather than, obviously there has been a lot of loss and challenge and difficulty, but there's also opportunity in all of those things as well. So I think, coping with the uncertainty and also how quickly the world moves, even compared to when I left law, but definitely compared to 10 years before that and 10 years before that, there is always uncertainty, even when you have certainty. You don't know that the next technology innovation isn't going to land on your doorstep, that you suddenly have to, if you've got something working really well, or if you have something that's not working really well, in either scenario, you've got to be prepared that it could always be tomorrow. Yes. So I think it's, having a good tolerance for uncertainty has been my biggest lesson.
Well, I think that the rate of change of everything is increasing, and it's increasing at an exponential pace. I was reading an article on this the other day, but unfortunately our ability to adapt to change, it's also increasing, but it's increasing in a linear way. So it's like we're catching up to our ability to deal with change is getting outpaced by how quickly things are changing. But I think the last 12 months are a perfect example. And clearly there's a ton of people that have been impacted by COVID in a way that's completely outside of their control, and a lot of really sad stories out there. But then there are also a lot of positive stories that you're seeing in markets that have had the ability to adapt and to change. And it's really, I think that it's almost like the tale of two cities in some of those markets, where some people are going, no, this is what it is, and that's it, and now we can't do anything. And others are going, oh, hold on a second, we can tweak this and do that and pivot, and allowing them to actually thrive.